Good morning, everyone. It is Vivian Cox here with Century 21 Power Realty, and today my guest is...
My name is Dana Hill, and I run the Goat Spirit Staging Company here in Cochrane, Alberta. I've been operating the company for about 5 years now, and it's been so wonderful to work in this town. However, I do service Calgary, Airdrie, Cochrane, Okotoks, surrounding areas.
So Dana, tell me, are you from Cochrane, or where did you come from?
No, I've been here for almost 10 years now. However, I moved from the Lloydminster area, but before that I grew up in northern Saskatchewan. I've done lots of traveling, but we've definitely set roots here and plan to be here probably forever.
10 years, that's amazing, right? Because I think that's like us. We came here in 2013 as well.
That's right. I feel like we had that conversation before, because you're from, was it Grand Prairie? Up north?
Prairie, yeah, northern Alberta.
Yeah, exactly.
So my next question, Dana, is what made you decide to open a staging business?
Well, my previous background, it was actually oil and gas, which had me sitting in an office from 8:30 to 5, which was great. But I have 3 young children, and when we moved here, I was on maternity leave with my youngest. And so babysitting was atrocious at that time, and my job was also in the downtown center of the city, and which was a lot. So with preschool schedules and kindergarten schedules, it was very difficult, and it just didn't make sense to drive all the way downtown every day and have my children in day homes and stuff like that. So I thought, how can I put my business background to better use, and created this little business. So at the time, I didn't realize that this service was in demand, and I had a friend that was new into real estate, and I reached out to him asking like if this was an actual thing, and he threw me a bone, and that's where I started.
Wow, right? So did you have have you always been into designing things and that kind of thing, and decorating, or was this kind of just all brand new?
I feel like I've always had a knack for it. My mom and my auntie, they've always been very good with that kind of stuff. Like most people, I love HGTV and watching the transformations and all of the things. But I feel like what sets me apart is my love for shopping. Because when it comes to design, it's one thing, but when it comes to home staging, like you're constantly purchasing new items and creating this inventory that can work in multiple spaces. So as a child or a young person, I always thought like, how could I get paid for shopping? And here I am.
Shopping and decorating something beautiful.
Yes.
I personally used Dana's expertise a time or two, and it's an amazing product. So my next question is, what drives you to do what you do, Dana? Like, what's your motivation behind getting up every morning and doing this?
Well, like I mentioned, I have 3 children, so trying to, having a work-life balance and doing something for me that I enjoy, that fulfills me, but also being able to have the flexibility to be home for them when they need me, to get them to all of their activities, and just have more of a balanced work lifestyle that allows me to be at home for the kids when they need me, but also go to work and do something for me.
Right, like the juggling act, right? Totally a big juggling act.
Absolutely, you bet.
And so what surprised you most when you started your business, as in, oh, I didn't realize you have to do this, or I didn't realize that was part of it, kind of thing, because you were working for somebody else 9 to 5, right?
Yes, exactly. So when you're working for a large company, or really any company for that matter, there's people that that are hired to do each and every job, whether it's the marketing, the sales, the accounting, all of those different things. And when I started, and still at this point, like I basically do it all myself. So people see my end product, which is great, but to get to that point, there's so many different things, like the networking that I have to do in order to even people to find me. like I say, the shopping, the social media that I have to do, the like I say, sending invoices and estimates, and actually going to view all of these properties prior to. So there's so much behind the scenes that nobody really gets to see, and I didn't realize like how much time and effort it was going to take. It takes to like I say, first of all, get a job, but then complete the job.
Right? Like what's all involved right behind the scenes that people don't actually see, right?
Yes, exactly.
So is there anything else you want to share with us, Dana, about staging or the business or anything?
I mean, it is so wonderful. It's literally like Christmas for me every time my team and I, like I get to choose all of the items and put them haul them in and put them in place. And once everything's all unpacked and I can put together a space, it brings me so much joy. So there, like I say, it's a combination of, I purchased this piece maybe on vacation, and then to see it in somebody else's space and how happy they are with, like what the property looks like. That's the other thing, is being able to provide something for a client, and then, their house sells overnight, or sometimes it doesn't even hit the market. And it's just so wonderful to see people. I had a couple just recently that they were moving to Germany, and it took 4 days to sell their house, and they were so happy just to get on their way, and to be part of that circle is like it brings me a lot of joy.
Right? It's just like you're talking about it, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I promise this is my last question. The name of your business is?
Yes, so I have a Goat's Beard Staging Company, and it's actually Goat's Beard is actually a flower that you can find in Alberta. There's 2 different types of them, but growing up as a kid, my nickname was Goaty, and yes, so even though like the nickname is different than the flower, when I came across the name Goat's Beard, it obviously stuck out to me, and I thought, you know what, let's roll with this. And some days I think about changing my name to something a little more generic. So when people are doing their Google searches and stuff for like a Cochrane home stager, I might come up sooner than with Goat's Beard Staging. But at this point, I think I'm sticking with it and rolling forward. And yeah, I think that's it.
Right? So unique, right? So thank you so much, Dana, for showing up today, and I wish you all the best with Goat's Beard Staging.
Thank you so much, Vivian, for having me.
Take care.
You too. Bye.